Hi, I'm Judi Vitale here with your week at work through the horoscopes for November 5th through 11th, 2012. I apologize for being absent last week with the storm and all of the things that were going on. Because of the storm, I just sort of decided that we kind of saw what was happening with the week. This week, I anticipate, although things will still be very desperate in some parts of the world, we will be a little bit better. And yes, it is election day, and everybody wants to know who's going to win, who's going to win. I don't think there's anyone who's going to win. I think there's going to be a lot of chaos, and here's why. We're going to have Mercury Retrograde starting on election day. So, this is not going to bode well for having definitive results. 50% of the people are going to be unhappy with whatever happens. And I will handle the matter of the election separately, perhaps. I haven't really decided yet. As far as our own situation goes and how we can manage our week at work, let's get to that. It's far simpler to handle. We definitely do have Mercury Retrograde. It's coming in, starting in the sign of Sagittarius, working its way back to the sign of Scorpio, and it will stay there until November 27th. It will still be in Scorpio, but it will turn forward on November 27th. So that's going to be the retrograde period. On Monday, you want to prepare, back up your files, get your oil changed. Take care of anything that has to do with communication, transportation, anything that has to do with making connections of any kind, including and especially facts and figures. If you are in the middle of collecting a bunch of information, make sure that you get the bulk of it done on Monday, because after that, because Mercury will be retrograde in Sagittarius, you could make mistakes, and then at that time you may even go back and discover other mistakes that you made previously. This can be good and bad, only you know how to handle that best in your life. Wednesday, we'll have the moon void, of course, for most of the day, and won't that be fun while they're talking about the election results? I don't think we're going to have results right away. But as I say, if we do, it's going to be up in the air. This is going to be a bloodbath on both sides. I don't know who wins this one. Thursday, thank heavens, we get, pardon the pun, we get a nice Virgo moon. So we can all begin to feel a little bit more organized, a little bit more as though things might actually work out, especially in our personal lives. Friday will be glorious. Venus trine Jupiter. And people will be thinking good thoughts and saying good things, and so that could be very nice. The weekend is kind of cool, too. We'll have the moon in Libra on Saturday. That will allow us to have our relationships in good order. And then finally on Sunday, another big event when Neptune, which is the planet that has to do with water, by the way, comes out of its retrograde period that it's been in since early June. This can be good and bad on a mundane level, meaning in terms of like what happens with the world and weather and things like that. We could get a little bit stormy again, especially around that day. I'm not a weather forecaster. That's just something, that one would observe just looking at the symbolism involved through astrology. But on a personal level, it means that any kind of spiritual quest that we had or have can now move forward a little bit. Okay? So that's this week at work. Keep checking with your daily horoscopes. They'll be up all week, and there'll be a couple of other informative articles on readthestars.com. Attention, however, any personal or private video readings that you might like to have between now and November 27th will have to wait until after the Mercury retrograde. I will not and cannot accurately read during that time. So I like to take a little break from reading for others. If you have an emergency that possibly we can handle, but by and large, save up and we'll do everything as for a pre-holiday push with the private video readings. Okay? Again, keep checking us at readthestars.com.